This is a 116-year-old church. It hasn't been a church for about 20 years. It's gone through several iterations of other business ownerships over the years. It's a pretty awesome structure. It's got a lot of history and a lot of character, which is one of the things that really attracted us to this building.
From the beginning, our intent was to utilize the existing space here as best we could. But at the same time, there were some pretty heroic things that we had to do. The challenges along the way were many, but the goal was always to arrive where we are here, what you see here.
So we ended up in Saline here. Ron, Ed, and myself we all live in Saline now. I moved here about 3 years ago from Dixboro, side of Ann Arbor. And over the years, I looked at other brewery opportunities, but nothing felt right.
I was sort of the impetus for the whole project. I had friends and family who really wanted to see me open a business and do something with this hobby that I was pretty good at.
We looked at spaces all around Saline. Saline's a very unique community, but the available commercial space that you could put this type of an activity in were very, very limited.
A lot of them were a little boring, couldn't really get excited about them, or they just lacked one of the key components we were looking for, either location or the outdoor amenities or just something to really tie in our vision. We were going for not just a brew pub brewery, but we really wanted to bring excellence to this field.
As we were looking around, like, boy, it would be great if that building was for sale. And one day somebody made mention that, well, it might just be available. And we just jumped on it. And much like you say I do or yes when somebody asks you to marry them, you're not thinking about all of those big challenges ahead. It's like, this is the building. If you were going to put a brewery and a restaurant in a building someplace, this is the quintessential building. We did all of this in 6 months, literally 6 months to maybe a little into the next week till we got our certificate of occupancy. This building was not ready for those types of things.
The building has such charm. It's a tremendously beautiful historical structure, and we wanted to preserve that aspect of it.
We did almost nothing to the exterior other than a couple of much needed egress doors from the basement to the beer garden and a mechanical lift behind the brewery.
The floor I'm standing on had to be removed entirely, support structure brought in, concrete poured. The floor beneath it had to be taken out to be sloped for drains and such. We ran into old foundations of the previous structures that were on the building, and instead of taking out 4 inches of concrete, we took out 16 inches.
We had to upgrade our entire water and sewer infrastructure here. That was a big endeavor.
A lot of the things that you don't see is what took the lion's share of the work here to make it ready to put these things in.
We wanted to obviously maintain and improve all of this beautiful natural art. The stained glass is original. It's old and we have to take very good care of it. And we're slowly restoring it by removing all of the outside plastic sheeting, which gives the much more vibrant colors to the glass. It also makes it much more beautiful from the outside of the building.
The church, as it was originally laid out, we turned what was the choir area into the kitchen. And you can see evidence around some of the doorways. They were very large doors, and those doors we utilized to make the front of the bar, the header over the kitchen area, so that the things that were always part of the church stayed in the church. This is the building you do this in. And we had people that were afraid that we would take out the glass or that we would somehow alter it, but we left it alone and tried to respect that. And that was our goal from the beginning. Respect the building, let us become part of the fabric of the community to where when people go by and see it, they go, wow, that's really neat, but now let's go inside and see what's going on.